Friends, thank you for watching my channel. I just want to remind you, if you need wallpaper, go to www.wallpaperboulevard.com. Tell them Spencer sent you. In fact, if you use my hashtag, Spencer Colgan is wallpaper, they'll be sure to give you a 10% off at your checkout. No matter how much you order, they have a wide selection of wallpaper. Check it out. So I put the wallpaper up, but the woodworker, because they built it out from the wall, they left a space that had to be caulked between the trim and the wall. Now, this is 3/16 of an inch, and it was a real bummer for my customer. I don't know why there's that much of a gap, but nonetheless there is. So I, and perhaps you, one day may have to deal with this and hide it. I've already done this one. What do you think? I had to get matching paint. Now this has 3 colors in it: the light, the dark, and the very dark. So it's not easy to get matching paint. But what you see there is paint that covered a very wide gap. I'm waiting for that to dry. I'm going to put some clear caulking and paint it again. So this is what we're doing. And I'll show you how we're going to isolate just the gap we want to paint. And we're going to do it with tape. So I'm bringing my tape right up to that line, and I'm just leaving just a hair of the wallpaper exposed, just a bit. Using an artist brush, nice and soft. Why did I do that? I don't want to put too much paint in here. I don't want it getting under my tape. And I don't want to introduce caulking. The least amount of paint you put on the brush, the less chance you'll have of it going underneath your tape. Now, I'm not looking to make it perfectly solid in that color. Since we have varying colors, I'm not going to be upset if it's a little two-tone in some areas, you know? Okay. Let's see how I did. I want this customer to be happy. It's a real disappointment when customers are not happy. This is the main one, right here. Not too bad. I really didn't know what to expect. I told the lady, I hope you're going to be happy. And guess what? If I'm happy, like I expect a customer to be happy, you know? Oh man, I'm so happy with that. Let me show you how it looked. Let me bring you right over here and show you the disaster. Look at this. I mean, that's 1/4 inch right there. And the rest of it is just under 3/16. Look at this. I mean, yeah, this is a high-end home. right? Can't have this. Look at that. Look at that gap up there. Folks, I did not do this. I don't install trim like this. This is beautiful stuff. Very thick. Anyway, so I have to go around and do that everywhere. Everywhere. And that's what I'll be doing. Now, some of you are saying, why didn't you just bring the wallpaper up onto it? Folks, just in case you're forgetting, this is 1/4 of an inch. It's 1/4 of an inch gap. I'm not putting wallpaper on woodwork. Yeah, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, I'll do that. But not 1/4 of an inch. And certainly not more than 1/4 of an inch. Okay, that's how you do it. That's before. I've never had to do this. But I put it on my channel so that you can do it if this comes up in your life. Here's what happened. The customer hired what sounded like a very unprofessional organization to hang the wallpaper. But they were having trouble going around her unwoodworked bullnose corners. So here's what she did. She put in this beautiful trim so they wouldn't have a big problem. But I think they got fired before they got to this room, and so I was called to do the job. This is Arizona. So the woodwork guy comes in, and he installs the trim with the idea that the room is going to get painted. That's what he had to be thinking. Because that's a big gap. And you can tell, that's what he was thinking. He figured that it would be painted. And sure enough, he was right, because that's what I'm doing. You can't put wallpaper on the wall. You can sneak 1/8 of an inch on there. But after that, people are going to say, come on, what's going on here? Of course, the idea is to get a paint that matches perfectly. That's the ideal, right? The rest is making sure that your tape line is straight. Because if it's not, you're back to square one, right? It's got to be nice and straight. Because guess what? This is permanent now. From now on, these folks will paint this. And they have your line to go by. Now, you know, you walk away 5, 6, 7 feet away. You can't see that that's a painted line, and that's the idea. Right? Who likes it? Do you like it? Guess what? The homeowner likes it. And that's what it looks like dried. You know, when paint goes on, there's a color differential between the time when it's wet and the time when it's dry. So that's how we look when it's dry. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.